We're way up in North Lancashire, almost Cumbria, but I live here with my mum and my husband, Danny, who I dragged kicking and screaming from the Midlands, and we have a 12-year-old son called Sebastian. We've been here at Leighton for many years. We can trace back to about 1240. Leighton has been the heart of an agricultural estate for all of its lifetime, and we link through to the community in many different ways. The house is open to the public, and it opened back in 1959, we believe. So it's nearly our 60th year, which is extraordinary. And we have built up over the years some fantastic visitor tours for both coaches and private individual people coming by car, but also schools and adult learning as well. So not only talking about the house and the furniture, but also a wider conversation about conservation, the woodland ecology, about rare butterflies we have on the estate, and our newest introduction is bees. So we'd like to move towards that and developing that into an educational programme. We do have very simple access of literally walking, so footpaths. We're a small estate of about 1,500 acres, and we have 12 miles worth of walking on the estate, which is extraordinary. I don't think many estates can boast that. We do a lot of education here, but we can do more. There's capacity for more. We are mainly around primary school teaching. It's just trying to talk to them about Victorian period. So we want to move that forward. We want to do more adult learning. We want to do more learning with the universities we have here. So we have Lancashire University, which is growing. It's absolutely amazing place. And then further afield, there is Preston UCLan. And we actually work with UCLan for their language school. And they run this amazing programme where they bring the students out into the local countryside, and they go to lots of different destinations. There are many issues with looking after a house like this, from pure year-on-year maintenance to then more sizable projects. My parents have been amazing and have already tackled in their tenure of dry rot, for example. Huge problem in the dining room. But I have other issues to be dealing with. We have a conservatory that is right on the front of the house. It's extremely visual, put up in the Victorian era, that is totally rotten. But even general maintenance, painting, that has to be done on maybe a biannual basis. So painting of anything that's like the windows on the outside to maintain them. You know, that's £11,000 to do one elevation, and all that money has to be found, and it takes time. Here at Leighton, we have had a heritage maintenance fund for actually many years. My father actually set it up back in the early 90s, but it is very much a long-term asset, really. It's not working as it should do. It doesn't generate the income that people think it does. You may get a little bit of gain throughout the year, but obviously with the rate of tax being 45%, but you're losing, you may have £6,000, but actually it's going to take it down to nearly £3,000. And, you know, as I've said, that would only do potentially a couple of windows, if that. So it doesn't get you very far, unfortunately. Could the Heritage Maintenance Funds be helpful? Yes, they could, but they're not working as efficiently as they should be, as they originally were meant to be back in the day. I believe my father set it up because it was a lower rate of tax, but of course over the years that rate of tax has creeped up, and we're now at 45%. So if we had more money coming in, we want to increase our season. We would like to invite people to access areas that they currently can't. Small things, they don't all have to be big projects. So for example, we have a lovely woodland walk that is attached to the garden, so it's very easy to access. But this time of year, we have the most amazing bluebells, but nobody sees it. You know, so we want to open that up, even if it's just a couple of weekends a year, to say, come in, come and see us, possibly even bring your dog and go for a nice walk. And the more people we have in, the more income we generate, and therefore we can start looking at other long-term projects. Projects that have been shelved probably for a long time. Things like the roof, for example, they're going to have to be tackled at some point, but that's huge sums of money that we simply don't have at the moment.